Shalom Akim. I'm gonna give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahushai Bashem, Racha Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. And salutations to all the Akim, all four corners of earth, who's pushing the truth and sincerity. Shalom Akim. Yeah, man. It's a lot of things going on. A lot of distractions that could try to pull you out. Whether it be your wife, the life you live, your jobs, and it's truth. You have to stay grounded. And this is all we have. And once the Lord wakes you up and pulls you out of this wicked world, as far as mentally, because physically you still have to, do the things as far as work and still be around them, but mentally, the Lord pulls us out mentally. The hopeful elect, we have something called faith, and we lean towards it. And with that faith, we have to have understanding in the scriptures. They live through us, and that they're a part of us, and they're gonna keep us grounded too, as well, man. This word is life. It's living life to us. So, this is our life force right now. A lot of us be down and out, working these goofy jobs or just living this goofy life, and your soul seeks more, but this is it right now. You can't do more. This is it. Even though you try to push for more and everything, the Lord has greater things for you, and that's just what it is. And the greater things, they're gonna outweigh the things that are here right now, because at the end of the day, people look at you, they lust, they're jealous after you live in these houses. People watch your movement, they watch what you bring home. They watch your wife. They watch your girlfriend. They watch your kids, and not on a good sense, on a bad sense, trying to be envious of you, But at the end of the day, this place is fading away, and with the fading away of this place, it's being exposed. So if the Lord has brought you out of this and showed you all these great things, great gifts, it's try your hardest to stay on his right side, on his good side, man. And how is that? By doing the work. This is Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. That's what it's about, because here in this place, man, every your little money can be compromised. They're always having crashes at the bank. People's houses getting broken in all the time. A fire can take away everything that you have. Lord can have natural disasters just wipe away whatever little things that you thought you had and were cherishing here. Be wiped out, man. Matthew 6:21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Going back to what I'm saying, man. We're into these scriptures, so we're storing our treasures into these scriptures because we know what's gonna come. The things that come that are promised to us, man. If we stay grounded in this truth, man. This is Exodus 14:14. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace, man. Because in the times we're coming into, we're gonna need the Lord to fight for us, man. And holding your peace is staying down, man. Listening, staying down, remaining diligent, Cause that's the name of the game. At the end of the day, is to stay diligent, man. It's truth, man. Because you have all sorts of things that are going on in the world that can try to tempt you to pull you up. In the scriptures, the Lord was the devil tried to tempt the Lord, told him he'd give him the whole world if he just bow down to him, So this world is very tempting. Don't get it twisted, man. It takes a lot of strength, and a lot of praying to fight this worldly beast that's out here, man. And once again, it's something that you can't see. It's just a feeling out there, man. It's a wicked feeling in this place, man. And now that, like, so I was going off, this place brings out that wicked spirit, man, even more, man. It manifests it, This is why you got, when you come into this truth, you have to. It's a rebirth. You have to come in as a new man. You have to repent from the old man as much as possible. You know, because like we said, This is a hard thing, man. It's not an easy thing. This is not a. It's not a sprint. This is a marathon. You know, see who could last in this marathon. Because people are, you could lose breath, you could lose sight, all sorts of things could happen, man. But it's the whole course. That's the name of the game. It's the whole course. The course is not going to be a smooth ride. It gets bumpy at times. That's just the way it is. This is 2 Timothy 2:19. Nevertheless, the foundation of Yahweh standeth sure, having this seal, the Lord knoweth them that are his, and let every one that nameth the name of Mashiach depart from iniquity, man. So yeah, the Lord knows who's out there doing his work, and he knows who he called to do his work, man. So, make sure your election is a short calling, man, and continue doing the work, because at the end of the day, we know, but we have about a short time, man. We see the things that are happening right now, man. And these Trump and these troops, and and what's going on in Israel and Iran. This is happening in our lifetime. We will see World War III in our lifetime. Martial law will hit the streets in our lifetime, man. Matter of fact, we are actually months away from it, not years anymore, man. It's safe to say, because things are escalating, man. So it's you should fight and strive even harder to stay in the truth, man, and stay in the Lord's good light. This is Proverbs 4:23. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Put away from thee a forward mouth and a perverse lips. Put far from thee. So that's that forward mouth and perverse lips, man. Now is not the time for that, man. Keep the heart with diligence, man. That's the name of the game, man. Continuously fight, man. Like the scripture said, the Lord will fight for you, and he's coming soon, man. Things have to happen before he comes down, although he's taking note. So that's not as, because scriptures speak about how Israel would want to be warned. Let us know when he's coming down, or a day or two before he comes down, man. No, that's not how it works. And also, we don't even know when he's coming. All we're doing is telling by the signs, man. We are just reading the skies. We're watching the news. We're paying attention to the times that we're in, and that's all we can do. No man knows when the Lord is coming back completely, but he did say, pay attention to the signs, watch the skies. Do your due diligence. And you'll be the hopeful elect. For when trouble comes here, we get the hell up out of here, man. When those rockets appear in those skies, man. When those missiles appear, I should say, in the sky. So yeah, keep Proverbs 4:23. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it the issues of life. Put away from thee a forward mouth and perverse lips. Put far from thee, man. So yeah, at the end of the day, this is the Lord's show, man. You have to continuously pray and continuously keep faith, man. Because that's all we have. Once again, this devil's going to come down. He's going to tempt you with his technology. He's going to tempt you with his technology. He's going to even have troops at the door, to rile you up, to take you to different places, man. So things are getting ready to turn upside down in this place, man, very soon. The scriptures speak about these things, man. So we're going to, see a lot of different influx of different faces from different groups that were out there that just thought that prosperity doctrine was going to continue on. That they thought that their lives and just going to church on Sunday, that it was going to continue on as was before, man. But no, we're here to tell you, no, things are escalating. More and more blood moons, more and more signs that things are happening, man. And another thing, the left even knows. The left, the higher ups, the elites know the times we're in, man. They're paying attention to the blood moons. They're paying attention to the different moon signs, man. So us being in this truth, we have to be even more, grounded. We damn near have to know more than what they know. And that's safe to be said. Yeah, man. But at the end of the day, man, this is all we have. The Lord has given us this great gift to continue to scope and continue to make it better. Because every day is a learning process, man. Never stop learning. It's truth, man. With that being said, I hope this is edifying. Shalom, Akim.